Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the established 1982 podcast, the Geek Culture Podcast, hosted by responsibly irresponsible adults that have loved video games, comic books, movies, and TV ever since 1982. This is your boy, Wally Analog, and I'm joined, of course, as always, by my homie. He is the gatekeeper of civility and order, Rolls Royce.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And we are unfortunately again without our wish come true, Wish Kid Jones or Wish Windu.
We can't form Voltron, man.
Yeah, man. But there will be a time.
I'm glad to be back, though. I've been off the mic for a while.
Man,
you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You've been vacationing.
Yeah.
The HAWAII.
Yes.
I did the mace.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
got to soak in the visuals there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The blue waters.
Yes.
Yes.
They were strong blue waters. Yeah. Waves were hidden.
Yeah. But a good time was had by all in the family.
Yeah.
Good seeing you back safely.
Yeah.
To get into what as DC fans. And we are DC fans, irrespective of what has transpired over the years by way of the DCEU. We are fans. Mm-hmm. And if we've been critical in the past, it's because we are fans.
Yes.
There's a difference between an apologist and a fan.
Right.
I think true fans keep it real.
Yes.
A fan because they want the best, right? We would talk about this Black Adam. Now, the leading up to Black Adam, many of us and many of you, I'm certain, have had reservations. Anytime the DCEU has an installment, there's this nervous anxiety kind of, everybody's, what's going to happen?
Yeah, will it hit or not?
Yeah, man, because
will it hit or not?
Whereas on the other side of the ledger, it doesn't matter what they doing over there at Disney and Marvel. It's a foregone conclusion that at the intro, it's at least an 8.
Well, okay.
Irrespective.
You slid that in there, Wally. Yeah. Yes. There's a lot of people out there that
I'm telling you now.
There's a lot of people that love Marvel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, and I'm one of them.
Absolutely,
but it's balanced.
Absolutely,
it's balanced.
Absolutely, I'm just trying to point out the imbalance, as it were. But I was one of those. I've been always cautiously optimistic about anything that has come out of Warner Brothers, especially with the in the workings of what's going on as a company, some of the dealings. And so, we've had to learn how to compartmentalize what's going on. A lot of times in the front offices and stuff like that, and on sets and stuff like that, and the movies themselves. So with Black Adam, again, we're like, man, please let this be good, right?
Right.
Please let it be good.
Yes.
The Rock been talking it up for good Lord
15 years. He's
15 years.
Yeah, he's been really wanting to do this movie for 15 years.
Is that right? Now that's
Correct.
a piece of information I didn't know. So
Correct.
He's always wanted to be Black Adam?
Yes.
Is it because he's the only one he feel like can fight Superman and he won't take a whooping? I mean, is that what this is? Because he's been talking about fighting Superman for at least 5 of them.
Well, I think in terms of
5
casting
of those years
as well, like I think he feels like he can fit that build and, like.
Oh, he didn't think anybody else in the universe that wasn't already being portrayed.
Yeah, he's not going to be Clark Kent. Like that wouldn't look right.
It wouldn't look right.
It wouldn't look right for him to be Clark Kent or Batman or he's too big. Like
he's too big to be Batman.
Yeah, like he was
too big.
And I could, and when it was proposed, I was like, yeah, I can see that.
He's too big. Yeah,
I could see Rock playing Black Adam.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't see anybody in it. I mean, now that I'm just running through this, what is now all of a sudden a very limited Rolodex of people out in the DC universe. I can't even think of anybody.
But the point I'm trying to make is he's always wanted to do a hero movie.
Yes. Okay. Well, He has talked it up at least over the last 5 years.
For sure,
man,
because it was real, like
yes.
it was moving.
The hierarchy and all this type of stuff. And come on, we've had our reservations about hearing that talk. At least I have. I won't put that on you. I have. I got tired of the hierarchy talk. I did. I'm like, man, there ain't no hierarchy. It's Superman, and then there's everybody else. There's your hierarchy. I don't care about, I don't care. But I get it. I understand what you're trying to establish here.
But if you look at the landscape of where DC is.
I understand. But Black Adam, you need to take several seats still behind Wonder Woman, Lantern, and there are many others.
The big seven. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Iron Man, Aquaman made $1 billion. Take a seat. Just stay in your lane. But I understand.
It was good marketing.
Yeah, it was.
It got your attention, right?
Yes. Always, because The Rock is, if anything else, he's going to make you look at him.
Correct.
That's for sure.
Right.
So, it's documented, man. I ain't no big fan of the stuff he's been in.
Why not?
Because it ain't good.
What are you talking about, man?
I don't like any of his stuff.
You don't like any of his stuff?
No, I don't enjoy.
Have you seen The Rundown?
I saw a scene in The Rundown that was recommended to me because it's one of the most gangster scenes ever. And I enjoyed that scene.
You should watch The Rundown. Give it a chance, man.
It was recommended, and I believe it was by our patron and my homie Jason Turan.
Yes,
recommended me. I watched that scene, and I did, and I was like, "Oh, that was pretty gangster. That was good."
To be fair,
but he's not the greatest thespian. Is all I'm saying. But he's an action star, so
no,
you don't expect.
I know this is gonna sound unpopular.
Okay,
but I think where The Rock knows his lane. Right?
That's correct.
I mean, he's
an action star.
Well, I mean,
right,
he has transcended like the John Cenas and I don't want to trash anybody. Like I'm not trying to trash anybody, but I think he's done a good job. And I think if you really look at his catalog, there are some movies in there where he goes past the eyebrow raising and the catchphrases. Okay,
so he's got some range. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, to be
because
fair,
you mentioned John Cena, because
like early in his career,
because even Cena has some.
Yeah,
you mentioned him, and I was very surprised at his acting range.
Peacemaker was he showed his range. Right. So like I think I'm a little careful criticizing.
All right. Well, okay. Well,
now there's some wrestlers that have tried, and it's like,
But see, he's charismatic, and that goes a very long way.
Oh, for sure.
For
sure. Yeah,
he's
a funny. He can be funny. Like
right.
I really do think he has range. I think he does get. Now, yes, there is a lane that he kind of stays in.
Yeah,
and it works for him. And hey, get your money, man.
Get your paper.
And if I look like him, I'd be
shirt off all the time.
Yeah, shirt off all the time, double gun in
That's
it.
Fair.
Doves flying behind me, like
walking away from explosions.
Exactly, looking hard.
Yeah. Okay, well, there was a whole lot of action and explosions and stuff to walk away from, as it were, in Black Adam. So
for sure,
would you like to do as you normally do, synopsis and then your thoughts?
Yeah. So quick synopsis. The movie is centered around I'm not sure if it's a nation or just the city. Man,
it's hard to tell. The way I understand, a friend of mine cast it in the comics as a country.
Yeah, so that we were around the capital of that country. I would say
that's what it felt
of
like.
Kahndaq.
Yes.
So we it's centered around just Kahndaq, ancient times to present, and where we are right now. Kahndaq is occupied by Intergang. Which is interesting. Which is this
occupying force, like martial law kind of
right.
You don't do anything unless we okay it.
Right. They must have some really deep political connections in order to do that.
Because they didn't really show, but maybe
it's almost
a
like
handful of people.
Yeah,
it's like only 3 people in Intergang.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like and Intergang used to be in the. They were in Superman comics a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there are organizations, and I don't know I don't know the deep details on Inner Gang. Forgive me, y'all, but they felt like Blackwater, kind of like just a bunch of just terrorists, just like
that's what it felt like.
We own this city.
Yeah, we have just usurped all. We've overthrown a government, and now
we're going to take all your resources,
yep,
and we're selling. We're selling
yep.
and keeping whatever resources we got.
That's what it felt like. There was That's what it was.
So pretty much, Inner Gang has occupied Kahndaq. So it's a story about people fighting against that. Teth Adam was a legend in Kahndaq's history, and also Sabak. Like those are the two characters that are surrounding in this origin. So pretty much, Teth, in the quest to get Sabak's crown, Teth Adam is released, and then that's where all the insanity ensues, and everything gets kicked off, and the JSA gets called in to contain Black Adam. So
yes.
So that's pretty much the synopsis.
That's it. Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yes, get to the fighting. There's no thought provoking.
No.
There's no like
nothing.
Extended
think
pieces on this.
Nope.
It's
when we fighting.
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty basic. I mean, and again, like it's a comic book movie, y'all.
Yeah.
So
this one, dare I say,
true comic book.
I'm gonna. People are not gonna like this,
right?
But this is probably the most MCU-ist DC comic book movie that's been put out. Like it,
right.
Don't worry about no whole lot of dope dialogue. Don't worry about, the story is decent.
Right.
But we finna fight. And it's good fighting.
Right.
Really good, entertaining fighting.
Right. Yeah. It's funny you say that. My mind went here, and we don't have to stay on this, but
no.
I will say in some of the Marvel movies, there are some quotables from the Marvel movies, like I can do this all day, or bury me, in the sea with my ancestors. The bill is always due.
Yeah.
You never get that from DC movies. It's
you don't get that, but you got tell that Black Adam sent you, and all this type of little funny stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they're trying, and I get it, because the people like it. You serve up this red meat, serve it up. Yeah. So, but your thoughts, it just, and I'll go after you. See, I'm not saying here's the thing, that we agreed that Ryan and I would not talk to each other about this movie. This rarely happens, that we really don't know each other's thoughts on the movie right now.
Right.
We usually debrief almost after.
Right.
Even if it's in the form of, little emojis and little GIFs or GIFs, depending on what, you prefer. That's how we usually communicate without saying a whole lot, especially if one person hasn't seen it yet.
Right.
Right. So that's our little spoiler-free, image-based review.
Right.
So, but this, we literally have not talked. So this, I'm can't wait to hear it.
So where do I start?
Okay. Hey.
Yeah. So I'll just start by saying this. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
Okay.
I really did.
Yeah.
I think here's why I enjoyed it. And that's probably where I'll start.
Okay.
This is why I enjoyed it.
Okay.
One, I really felt like DC wasn't trying too hard. Like, it just stayed true to the story. So I felt like the story, and again, if you want to poke holes at it, fine.
You can, yeah.
But I felt like the story was decent to set up his origin. I liked the pacing of how they didn't, Black Adam is not familiar to the audience.
Right.
So it yielded having some origin story. And I like the way that they split it up.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just give you, let's give you a microwave origin at the beginning. Because sometimes that can either work or hurt you.
Yeah.
I really felt like spreading that origin story out.
They did
through the movie made it feel. It was good pacing between the action beats. So there was like a lot of action beats, but then you got that story of like, okay, what motivates Teth Adam? And there were some twists and turns in there, which I wasn't expecting. Like they led you one way. They led you one way in the trailer. You just assume that. And spoilers here, y'all. I mean,
it's in the tag. They see it,
right? Yeah, but in the trailer, I mean, they start off with like, oh, Rock's son, Teth Adams' son. I'm saying The Rock. Teth Adams' son gets killed, and we never find out how he got imbued with these powers. But you find out in the movie that it was actually his son that had the powers. And his son actually sacrificed his powers to save Teth Adam, which was dope.
Because at the beginning, I'm like, this is boo-boo. Why are they so concerned with this little dude?
Right.
And not knowing that, I guess the wizards had already come in contact with this little guy. Right? Because that's how they do.
Well,
remember?
But
they didn't show it, or did they show it?
They did.
But either way, he got imbued, right? Like,
they kept playing that. Was the one. Like the moment where he threw up the rock sign.
Yeah. Go figure. The Rock.
The Rock.
I thought that was funny.
Interesting.
Too.
Yeah. ROC.
Right. Correct.
So when he throws up the rock sign, which I thought was hilarious.
Yes.
He gets taken from the wizards. Realize, okay, this is a person that's worthy of getting the powers of Shazam.
Right.
So they like take him away from getting killed, and he has these dope powers.
Yeah.
And they kept playing. I like the way they wrote it, where they were playing off of like, well, did the son enact revenge on the
guy, the king, the enslaver,
right. But it was actually Teth Adam. And then as we get toward the end of the movie, it was revealed that Teth Adam was
out
the
of control, and now gone. Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, I love the story. I love how they paced the story and how they matched it with the action. It wasn't just they definitely had action for action's sake, but I think that's what we need.
Well, see, here's the thing, man. Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Don't let me forget to address that.
Say it. What are you gonna say?
Action for action's sake is literally just that. Those action sequences were there, and they were purposeful.
Correct.
Action for action's sake is just let's have some action.
And there's nothing.
And there's no really reason. You need to have a reason for a fight or a car chase or whatever the action in question is.
Right.
There wasn't much of that. There was one scene where I felt like that was an unnecessary fight. But,
But have you read comics and
so I'm like, hey, one more fighting,
right.
All the rest of them it made sense.
Right.
The fighting. Yeah.
We've been here before.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So I liked the story.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried at first when you start you have a character like Black Adam or just a titular character, and you start introducing like 5 other characters. I get really nervous because then it's like, well, do we have to go through the origins of all of these other folks?
Now see,
and I actually I actually like that they had a crew that I would say they had a crew of characters that worked for this film.
Mm-hmm.
And I think by picking, and forgive me if there's Hawkman or Dr. Fate fans or Atom Smasher fans or Cyclone fans, forgive me for making this statement. But C to D list characters.
Oh my God, yes.
Right. Because nobody was feeling Dr. Fate until they showed Dr. Fate live action, which is hilarious to me too.
Right. That was my reason for going, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
I wanted to see
Dr.
Fate because not that I've read his comics, but I know who he is, and I know what that dude is capable of. That guy is not to be played with, and I couldn't wait to see that guy portrayed.
Right. Yeah, and so I felt like the second thing was the character set. I loved the character set. I think it worked. I liked Aldous Hodge as Hawkman. It took me a second to kind of, I don't know why it took me a second to, because I guess because Hawkman's always been,
he's always been looked to be what would be a Caucasian guy,
right?
Because he's not human; he's Thanagarian. Correct.
Yeah.
So
doesn't matter what color.
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that's where, like, it's just one of those, like, if we had a black Superman, it would take me a split second to kind of just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. So I loved Aldous Hodge's Hawkman. Like, I loved it. Yeah, I love that he seemed to be. One can assume through his journey he has acquired a lot of wealth.
Right. Yes. But here's the thing about Hawkman being black. Those Thanagarian warriors, they're just that. They are like lanterns. Mm-hmm. There's a team. There's a group of these people. Bunch of, So you don't have to. Hawkman is not. I mean, it was that guy, but a person can be in that role.
Right.
They never said Hawkman, if you noticed.
Right.
He's just a member of this.
Right. But one can assume he would be Hawkman.
Right. But because he had all the stuff, but the beauty is they never uttered his name. They said everybody else's name.
Correct.
Fade and Cycle. They said everybody else's name.
Right.
They never said his.
That's interesting. That is interesting.
And I paid close attention to that. So if you want to clown, no, they're a part. If you know the comic, right? This is a unit, like a force of like a police force kind of. Right. Very very similar to the lanterns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But it won't matter because
do your homework before you start getting out here on the message board.
They won't because racism can't allow it. I won't allow it. I can't allow it. But anyway, right? He's black. I can't take it. Yes. Like the ninja said, you have eons of content that you can go back to and live that out if you want. Go back to that dope Super Friends that you want to watch and Hawkman's white in there.
Unfortunately, all the technology is caught up to where it's dope, and now we're in it.
Yes. Wakanda.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, sorry. I didn't mean
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I think Hawkman. We had to talk about that.
Yeah. So had to. I enjoyed Cyclone. I didn't think I would enjoy Cyclone. I liked
all the characters.
I loved all the characters.
All the characters were good.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, and I know a criticism is, this is derivative of. It's like, no, guys, like DC was before Marvel, y'all. So
did you see the name? I saw like a real quick, like something that mentioned Red Tornado. Did you see that?
Yes.
If you blinked, you missed it. Right. And I'm thinking, is she like part of that? Because Red Tornado is like the character that I know.
Yes, and I like the Easter egg. So like, she mentions to Atom Smasher, I got nanobots,
and so that was by the original Red Tornado. Is that who she's talking about?
Dr. Ivo is the person that created Red Tornado, but he kept doing experiments.
Correct, he kept doing stuff.
So apparently, I guess he did experiments on her.
Yes. Okay.
And put these nanobots in her system.
That was dope.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I don't think she's going to be like because Red Tornado was an android.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they're going to get into that.
Right.
But I loved, I was a little concerned. Like I saw her costume. I was like, I don't know. Like looking at the poster. But hey, I can't hate on it.
She's in action.
Yeah. I love.
You don't really see it a lot. It's just a lot of energy swirling around and wind and stuff. So
yeah. And then third, I love the action in this film.
The action was great. Listen.
It was flash moments, like showing his super speed. Yeah, I loved all.
Man, we need whoever was responsible. Keep doing this.
Yeah,
he or she who was responsible for these action sequences, man.
Yeah, and it's a shame because, like, and again, I don't want to evoke Snyderverse stuff, but Zack Snyder was very good
He's good.
Action,
and
I think he did set. I really do think he set a foundation for the action in DC.
They took a lot of his stuff, a lot of slow mo, and
right.
It felt 300-ish in many sequences. Many scenes felt 300 like.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with that.
So obvious. Right?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. Like we want to see we don't want to see a blur. Like that was. I know for me and the Ninja, we would always talk about that, how that was always a trick back in the day because the technology wasn't there, where Batman comes in and he's fighting a bunch of people, but we just going to shake the camera and just have this dude, just have dudes flying everywhere. No, we want to see.
Yeah, what made him fly. We want to see
Ben Affleck,
right? Throw dudes.
Dudes and twist people's arms up, break arms, and, throw warehouse boxes at somebody's head and get bloody.
Death.
That's a joke, but anyway.
Death.
Yeah.
Death.
Yeah. Now, so that was the other part that's a little awkward. So, so I do feel like Black Adam. I do feel like that there was a kind of, we need to hand sanitize some of the Snyder. Yeah, so
I'll just throw you really far in that way. You can't see.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Bursting.
No,
okay.
No, and this is not. It's not necessarily a criticism per se, but it's just an observation. So Black Adam was murdering folks. Yeah, like he was disintegrating.
And he would say
folks.
it. He's like,
Yeah. So that was a theme of the movie to that Black Adam will kill. Yeah, and Hawkman says heroes don't kill.
Right.
And it's like, but Superman broke a neck.
Right.
I was talking to. I was talking to.
He had to kill him though. He had to.
Exactly, but I don't want to get it. But
okay.
But I was talking to a good friend of mine, Quinn McGowan. He
he's been on the show. Yes.
Yeah, and he he's running Legends Press Comics. Shout out to him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, got Wildfire.
Yes, sir.
Is out already.
Yes, sir.
Get that copy.
That's right.
But yeah, we were talking about that, and he was mentioning that like. Wonder Woman is killed. Superman is killed.
Murder.
Aquaman put a trident in in Black Manta's
father's.
Go. Yeah,
folk gotta go. Sometimes they gotta go.
Like heroes have killed. It was interesting that was they wrote that in. So from a rebranding standpoint, I can see it, but it was like that was a theme where it's like, well, no. The heroes that we know and love gotta kill.
I mean, he walked away. He said, "We'll see how that goes."
Right,
man. At some point, he may be driven, and the door is open for him to. He said, "We'll see how it goes."
Right,
and
But Black Adam was killing folks left and right.
That's correct.
The dude that got thrown,
that
was a joke.
Far, yeah,
and that was a joke. Like when Dr. Fate appeared to him and said, "Hey, we need to interrogate that guy," and he had already thrown him.
Yeah.
And he was like,
he didn't make it.
Yeah, he was. Well, there was that awkward pause, and I love that. It was funny.
Yeah,
it was. And
they trivialized the murders.
Yeah, so but I do feel like there was a acknowledgement of the guard before they killed a lot, and that was a criticism that people kept bringing up because the moment Superman snapped Zod's neck, and I'm sorry for derailing, but I feel like it needs to be said.
I mean, he got it because there's context here.
Everybody was like focused on that. It's like, but he gotta
go.
Right.
Like, he's gonna take
no prison
Earth
can
out.
Hold him. Right. So
you can't just put him in the prison.
Right. But I think what happened was like Pa Kent's depiction, where it's like
Kent.
If they gotta go, they gotta go.
Pa Kent.
Right. So I think that Pa Kent and the mixture of that just put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth in terms of the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
They were okay with everything else, but Batman kicking butt stuff. See, that's what's interesting too. When Batman was kicking butt in that warehouse, there was blood on the walls.
People was dying.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not going to the hospital after
He killed people in that chase.
Correct.
People died. They were dying.
Right. So anyway, don't mean to derail, but anyway, story I loved, the character set I loved the Easter eggs. There were characters that weave that connective tissue.
That beloved tissue.
Yes. Like it was interesting to see Harcourt from Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, why is she talking? Oh, that's Harcourt. Like it's and I was like, oh, okay. Like I wasn't expecting that. Mm-hmm. And Amanda Waller. Regards, and that mid-credit scene.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm done. Like when that was the cherry on top for me. When
again, if you listen to this, man, you know you saw Superman, and it was our Superman.
Yes.
Ours.
The one that snapped.
The one, yes. The one you had a problem with destroying all of Metropolis in collateral damage. And he's back. And I'm glad about it.
I am too.
Now.
I'm done. So
okay. I'm sitting in the movie, man, and like the first 20 minutes. No, I won't say 20. First 10. I'm like, man, I don't like this.
For real?
At first I was.
Okay. Why? I just curious.
It felt really corny.
Okay.
The dialogue, I was just like, man, this dude, man. I'm just like, I've always felt like, even in the trailers, the dialogue felt like I said, I've said it before, like a 7-year-old wrote it. But then I have to, I even talked to Wish Windu. She's like, well, I want your review. And in the moment, it wasn't the greatest review. But that's not without me saying, man, that action was second to none. And the more I talked about it, and even after I had gotten off the phone with Wish, I was like, man, that movie, for what it was, man, it's a good movie, man. Like, yeah, a lot of the dialogue might have been corny to me. But this is what and don't misunderstand what I'm saying when I say this.
Right.
I don't want you to think I'm saying what I know what you're going to think I'm saying.
No. I don't have any assumptions.
This was Fast and Furious. Now, I hate Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Right? Now,
you got to explain that one.
Now, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, explain that one, yeah.
Now, why I hate Fast and Furious.
Please explain to everybody else why.
Humans can't do that stuff that they're doing.
Like what?
All that action.
Okay.
Jumping these cars from building to building. They're jumping out and jumping from one car to the next.
And you're speaking about Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Okay, yeah, that's
you
dumb.
Can't do that stuff.
Right.
You can't sell it to me.
Right.
I don't like humans doing superhuman things.
Okay, gotcha.
Without rules.
Right.
This was Fast and Furious, but good. Because these are meta-humans.
Oh, okay.
They can do this stuff. We've got a rule set. We already know that these are super and they're enhanced individuals. And the action, all of it, you don't have to make, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hawkman, he's flying.
Right.
And these cyclones and people are growing. But it's comic book.
Right.
And the action is good.
Right.
It's wonderful.
Right.
Limited, very
so do you
shallow,
like it?
Shallow dialogue.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But everything else, A+. The action, the depiction of these comic book heroes, I was so very pleased with how they did Dr. Fate and Hawkman. I was very nervous. Mm-hmm. Now, Dr. Fate, he's so dope that they had to have him voluntarily sitting things out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would watch stuff go on, two people fighting, he and Hawkman and Black Adam are fighting. He's just like, I'm going to just let them sort that on out. Because he's so dope.
Well,
it's like,
but he also saw he knew
true.
That he couldn't interfere except for that one.
Right.
moment.
And that's how you write it in such a way for somebody like him.
Yeah.
Without that ability to kind of know, right, on a Dr. Manhattan kind of level.
Right.
You you have to write him like that.
Right.
Otherwise, he's just gonna move out the way. I'll take care of everything.
Right.
Right. So, man, I thought it was well done, man. Again, man, I'm not gonna. At first, I was willing to punish it with the corniness but
what was corny? Let me ask.
Just a lot of the dialogue in general, right? Like
what was an example?
Man, dude, I feel like every time The Rock opened his mouth.
Is it because you just don't like The Rock?
And I had to think about that too.
Yeah, because you gotta.
I had to think about that too.
And I don't know if you don't like The Rock or not.
It's not that I don't dislike
movies.
him as a person. Let's get that together. I just don't enjoy a lot of stuff he's in, and I've never really thought of him as somebody with a ton of range as far as his acting. His lines were very they keep him limited because he's not there to deliver no heavy lines.
Well, and and again, this is not me jumping to defense, but like. And I read some reviews and they were saying, well, The Rock, I think everybody was expecting The Rock to be charismatic in this movie, and Teth Adam is not.
No, I didn't want that.
I don't want that. Teth Adam is very stoic and very doesn't.
Yeah.
From what I understand, and again, I don't read a lot of Black Adam comics, but from what I understand, this dude's no nonsense.
Yeah.
Not a lot of talking.
No,
it's. I'm just going to do this, and my will's going to be done.
Yeah. And you got a dude that's working on a very old mindset, right?
Yes.
Like he's
a fish out of water.
He's like Thor out of Asgard, right? He don't really understand a lot of stuff. He's walking through walls.
Right.
That's
why they had the kid in there to play off of. You got to have a catchphrase.
And I think that's what the stuff that was corny to me a little bit.
I didn't mind it. But it worked for me.
Right. But when you think about
I'm corny too.
No. I guess they had to do that because Thor was similar to that, right? Like he didn't know that that's a raccoon and not a rabbit.
Right.
And so you got to have people tell him. He keep calling Rocket Raccoon Rabbit.
Right.
So, I guess I had to get past that. And like I said, but once I did.
It's hilarious to me when he's calling him Rabbit.
It's just so funny. So once I got past all of that and the kid and all of that, I was like, okay. For what this movie is.
They had to humanize him in some kind of way.
Yeah, they did because he's killing.
Yes.
He's killing.
Right.
But everything else was done. Now you mentioned earlier, and I wanted to.
And I will say this, and I don't want to just give the movie just glowing. Like I do feel Sabak was. I think the problem with a lot of comic book movies is the villains are not as fleshed out, so they just find
a way to automatically hurry up and get them to the point where we can get to the climax.
And then all of a sudden, now there's zombies in the city, and then the people got to rise up and fight the zombies.
I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah, I hated that part. I did hate that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that part where they were all running with sticks and fighting.
Yeah, that was, I can see it for what it is.
Liberation.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that.
Yeah, and again... I know we have this discussion a lot, and we did it a lot with, like, when I was telling you about the Fast and Furious movies. And I will, since you brought it up, I will say my last Fast and Furious movie was the last one when they flew into space with a Tesla. With a Fiat.
Oh, that's right. Not even a Tesla.
I think it was a Fiat.
At least
Teslas
like have been in space.
Yeah, they literally strapped a rocket to a car and they flew it into space, and they're turning the wheel and navigating space. Okay, guys, I'm out. And I've told you before, the point I'm trying to make is I've told you before that, with Fast and the Furious, those movies are just pure entertainment value. I think they've eclipsed the entertainment value of staying on the ground and just actually having cars do car stuff. Yeah. And now they're just
jumping sharks with the cars now.
Yes. With comic book movies, and to bring the point back home, I can turn my brain off when they have those silly, okay, there's zombies in the city now. And you're like,
whatever. Everything else is going on, so fine.
Right.
It didn't feel as bad as the youth with Thor's power.
Correct.
It wasn't on that level.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I would accept that.
Yeah.
And I actually thought Sabak was an interesting
yes,
character, and I wanted more develop. Like if there was a way to develop his character,
that's the thing,
right?
And that was the point I was about to make. You mentioned development. I mean,
the character development on the villain is
but you mentioned the Justice Society having been thrown together. I think where I was the most frustrated was not knowing enough about Aldis's character. No background. I guess at some point we'll get it.
We will. I was trusting in that. They're going to do it.
And then where were all these people? Like who? Amanda Waller. She just got folks like Fate and Hawkman on. They got their own compound. Where were these people?
But you got to understand that
they're rebooting.
Again, like this is all make believe, right? So it's all make believe. So it's like I'm willing to give. I can give DC a pass on this because there wasn't any mention of JSA. This is just the movie to go. Hey guys, we know
it's like everything's so clandestine, but now we're gonna how were they? They literally said, our purpose here is to make sure that, and I'm paraphrasing, make sure stuff don't go left. Right? That's what my man was saying.
No, they
said, try to keep peace. What was something that he was saying? What did he say?
He said, we are here to provide international stability.
Okay.
And what I liked about the writing.
But you can't maintain anonymity with that big ship and magical Dr. Fate.
I see what you're saying.
You can't do that.
Yeah, but
you can't maintain international stability and be that.
But what standard are you using?
Well, but you know what? Okay. Help me understand this.
I like where they wrote it, where it's like, where were you when Kondak was right? And let Intergang.
And that's why I was about to ask you. Is the JSA an organization that people are aware of? And she was like, well, we know you're out there, but where were you at when everything was going on in Kondak? Or was it, I didn't know you existed. You just don't come out here?
I'll give you a simple answer, and it's going to sound very sarcastic.
Okay. We don't care.
They don't care, and nobody else cares.
Okay.
Because basically,
fair enough.
What these comic book movies are doing. No, seriously. Yeah, I'm being realist of the real. Marvel movies, DC movies,
okay,
Bloodshot, whatever, they like Valiant Universe or whatever.
Yeah,
they are going to. It's a business.
Mm-hmm.
They know that they have content where JSA was mentioned in a cartoon somewhere, or there were these JSA comics.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. They're just mining for it.
Yeah.
Like the next movie we get, it's going to be, like when I'll put it to you this way. When the Suicide Squad came out, you can write it off because Suicide Squad was a secret squad.
Right.
But
she needed somebody that and I think you told me this, right? Like, because if they have access to these, I guess otherworldly beings, why would you use them? And I can't remember if it were you or somebody else that said, I guess the rationale behind that was there was a need for that to be a clandestine operation. Remember, she didn't want anybody to know that this was going on with that starfish and all. It was underground, so she needed people that wouldn't draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, and the starfish. The starfish coming out was a mistake.
Yes, it wasn't even supposed to.
Yeah, it just went awry.
You can't send the Justice League and it not be a thing.
Right,
like people will know.
Right, and that's the thing. I think ultimately that's the thing that I don't go down. I try not to go down that tunnel with a lot of these movies.
That's my character flaw, admittedly.
Well, I tried. When I say try to, like Marvel's making it really hard, and I'm not trying to make this about Marvel, but Marvel makes it really hard when there's a arm, literally a hand sticking out of the ocean, and nobody mentions it.
Right. Yeah.
Like there's no mention of it. So I do have a problem with that because they have built the universe. Mm-hmm. Will they come back to it? I don't know. Will they? Like, when Kang starts popping off, are they going to go back to that thing? Probably not.
Yeah,
if you really think about it.
Just
it's just it's probably going to be a running joke. So I'm saying all that to say, and this is just for pure, like, trying to just go to the movies to just get entertained. Like, sometimes you just have to turn your brain off.
Yeah.
Like, I know Hattori has said this before. The stuff that popped off in the Suicide Squad with Will Smith, where, you know, the sorceress or whatever her name is, is doing all this Enchantress is doing all this crazy stuff, and City Year is at Siege, and it's like, where's Superman? Where's Wonder Woman?
Right.
The same happens with Marvel. It's like the Eternals are fighting this. There's a Celestial coming out of the water. Like, where's the Avengers? You know, it's like
same thing.
I don't know, man. Like,
everything happens in a vacuum in these movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like with all of these properties, it's a business trying to sort it all out and just present it to us in a pretty package.
Correct.
And that's how you have to view it. You know, with this movie, I do feel like I will say that this movie did a good job of going, okay, y'all, we're trying to right the ship. And I do feel like I will give Rock some credit. I think Rock saw his opportunity and said, DC is flailing right now. You know, when they put out the Snyder Cut, all this stuff, let this Black Adam movie do what it does. And let me put this, the hierarchy will change and all that stuff. And let's play with that for a little bit. I mean, he's trying to be, and I'm not going to take credit for this too. Like, you know, that was one discussion we were having with Quinn. Like, I seriously think he's trying to be like I don't want to say the Tony Stark is not a comparison, but like whenever we think of Tony Stark, we always think about Robert Downey Jr., right?
Correct.
Nobody else. There'll be people that will like maybe be in the mantle of Iron Man, like we're talking about Riri Williams, stuff like that.
But when you're talking
about Tony Stark, it's always Robert Downey's likeness. Black Adam, Rock is
Wolverine.
Like Hugh Jackman.
That's it.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Nobody. Yep.
Right.
And now since we're on that, I'm very sad because I don't know that I can see anybody other than Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. I was very sad.
I was sad when
I did not like that. I did not like that.
Right.
I need more. That dude was a very good Dr. Fate because you need somebody who represents wisdom.
Yes.
That dude was like he was the personification of wisdom. You know, cause his age and I mean, it's just who else gonna play that dude, man? Who else gonna play? Because you know how the helmet works. It's whoever takes up the helmet, right?
I don't want this to sound sarcastic either.
Oh man!
But they told you in the movie, whoever wears a helmet.
I know.
So they will find.
But that's why
they'll find somebody.
No, but that's why
they'll find Daniel Craig to wear. They'll just get Bond, James Bond.
but you know what I'm saying. I know how the helmet works.
Right.
So I know he's not coming back.
He is coming back. It just won't be Pierce Brosnan.
I said when I mean I don't mean Dr. Fate. I mean Pierce Brosnan. I'm sad.
Right.
Because I really liked him as that.
Right.
And man.
He really did a good job. He really did a good job. He did occupy
fake scenes, man.
Yeah, he occupied the space, and the constructs he was making was beautiful. Man, everything was beautiful.
He is not to be played with. Right. That dude needs a movie.
Right.
You know.
Right.
If Doctor Strange can get one.
Right. Yeah, and I think with Hawkman, I think where it's not about Aldous Hodge. I think I'm just not. It's hard for me to see a Hawkman movie. I know that sounds really wild.
Yeah,
but it's hard.
But we went to Ant-Man.
That's true.
And we saw talking raccoons.
That's true.
And we've seen all kinds of stuff.
You're right.
And we can get
I stand corrected. We stand corrected.
Let DC put their little stuff out. We watched Peacemaker.
True. So you're absolutely right.
So let's go. And Hawkman, it is worth the price of admission. That stuff he was doing, man.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
Man, you turn that thing into an axe, and that dude was getting it in.
He was.
And I very much appreciated that he wasn't this doormat
Correct.
To Black Adam, because in the trailers they just kept showing him getting tossed around.
Right.
But no.
Right.
No.
He hung with Black Adam.
Black Adam was getting all he wanted.
Right.
From the Hawkman.
Yeah, he was getting it, but they showed that Black Adam can overpower him.
Yeah.
But they will tussle. Like it is a problem.
Like he's gonna.
And he was like not gonna let down because he's not scared of death. So it's kind of like
he's like whatever. If you take me out, then it's what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. But I loved Aldous Hodge's.
My goodness.
And
yes.
I stand corrected. I will. I think.
You'll go.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not a Hawkman fan.
Yeah, and you don't have to be, right?
A character,
like, you know what I'm saying?
In terms of character.
Yeah, because like I said, we weren't fans of a lot of the Marvel characters.
Yeah, I think that's just an admission. I just like when
because no one was a fan of Doctor Strange. We rolled up in there,
right? Yeah,
and, it's all about what you can prove as a studio that you can make interesting,
right?
And you build up enough equity, man. People will go see your Ant-Man movie.
Right. Yeah, I loved his ship. The ship was dope.
Yeah,
like
nobody knew anything about Black Panther, and then he wrecked all that shop.
Right.
In Civil War.
Yeah.
I mean, this is to me, this is like a tiny bit of a Civil War movement.
Right.
Moment. Not as much, right? Because of the significance and
right.
and where T'Challa is from and,
yes.
and the cultural significance.
Right.
Not even close. But I'm talking about in terms of generating interest for a character.
Right.
If they said Hawkman is going to be doing something, you want to see it.
Right.
But I want to see the lore,
right,
of Thanagarians represented in the movies.
Yeah, but seriously, man, this really felt like a true comic book movie. I loved how they were even leaving the ship. Like Hawkman had the uniform. He had an outfit on, but that wasn't his outfit.
That wasn't. Yeah,
and he was like, it looked like a flight suit, but then it changed into the
nuts.
armor.
It was nuts because
it was nth metal. Yeah,
yeah, and then he can maneuver in it and move around as if there's nothing there. I mean, he didn't lose any agility as a result. I mean, it was bananas.
Yeah, I love
how he was moving.
Yeah,
it's like it was.
And then I laughed. There was a couple of scenes where I was like, man, is this dude from Wakanda? Like he had it looked like African garb when they were just like talking.
When he was just talking. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man,
it's good. It was good.
I liked
man.
It. Yeah, but
he should be very proud.
I will laugh at. I was like, man, Dr. Fate's smoking jacket. What was that? Like,
but he just like
he was clean though. He was clean,
man. That's like, and that's what I'm
saying.
He
was just really rich. Both of them were rich.
The boys was doing it, man. Like,
yeah, he had a driver and everything. Was I staring for 30 minutes? It's like, yeah, you were. Yeah, man. They were showing out.
They're not hurting,
Yeah.
And too often we talk about why are these people with all these powers broke?
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, we ain't broke.
Yeah. Hawkman had a whole
Louisiana
complex.
Ship. Yeah, I mean that was like, wasn't the headquarters at his crib? Like that where did that ship come out? That was
his headquarters, yeah. That was the JSA headquarters.
So gangster.
Right.
Like, he's like, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm very interested in his character. I'm ready.
I will say that this movie is going in the collection. Like that would be my final stamp, Rolls Royce stamp on
it is.
Like it's going in the collection.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, okay, if they're saying, okay, this is what's to come, yeah, bring more of it. They keep brightening up Superman, which I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, y'all got to stop now. Like even in the mid, it was like they made sure his suit was like extra blue and red.
Yeah,
it was like,
you got to do it.
Yeah, y'all.
Because your contrast, you can't have him showing up in the black and this Black Adam. Right. You have the contrast. Like, yes. I am here to make sure you don't get out of line.
Right. I even like the creation of the Black Adam costume too, like because he was full of rage.
Yeah.
I
like that rage with the cloak and the burnt lightning. I kind of liked it.
Right.
I wish he would have kept it, but it doesn't play well for the toys.
Yeah, and it's funny, like the third act, he had more of the Shazam looking, Black Adam looking, anti-hero ish.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, I felt like it was a solid movie.
It's like you said, you put it best. It's sending the DCEU in the right direction.
Right.
And
it's doing
like I said,
it, and
it gives MCU vibes, man. I mean,
Yeah, and it's also doing it
pre-phase 4 MCU vibes.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would just say, like, I do commend it for doing it in an environment where Warner Brothers and DC is struggling right now. Like I'm praying that all the maneuvering is around this film, I guess. I guess one could assume that.
Yep.
So, because I mean the landscape right now is like, it looks sketchy. Like they keep pushing Aquaman back.
Yeah.
Last thing.
Yeah.
My problem though with Black Adam, I don't know how it fits with Shazam now, because it's kind of set its own, and he made a point of not connecting.
Yeah.
He connected to Shazam with the Wizards, which is great.
Yes. So they cannot be separated.
They can't be separated.
But they don't know anything about each other.
But the tone of
right
both
now.
films are not. Yeah. They don't match up.
They don't match at all.
So it's going to be interesting.
Either Billy
how
Batson going to have to grow up quick.
Yes.
Fast.
Right.
If you want to deal with this guy. This is not go to therapy and talk to dude about how you're going to handle Teth Adam.
Right. So that will be a true test on how Black Adam will incorporate with Shazam, because Shazam is like
but
preteen hour.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, they could go this route where they don't really oppose one another, and the only similarities they share is where they got their powers. I mean, you could very well do that.
True.
They don't necessarily have to fight.
Right. Maybe he's a mentor because he's like one of the first Shazams.
Yeah, like they don't necessarily have to even know about each other, right? I mean, because the Wizards,
the audience is not going to allow that.
I know that, but I mean, they've done more, they've done worse, and we've accepted.
Who?
I'm just saying, production studios in general. They've done some things.
I see.
Right. Fat Thors and.
Well, okay.
and
that in.
cerebral Hulks, and not that there's nothing wrong with a cerebral Hulk. There is one,
right?
But he ain't
Son of
dabbing
Star with the LeBron hairline. Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Right? But, we not, I mean, they've done stuff that we just kind of just accepted. So,
I like how he keeps sliding that in there about Marvel. But okay, go ahead. Just shade, man. EST 1982 podcast. Go ahead.
That's what it is on Instagram and Facebook. The group's EST 1982 podcast. Patreon.com/EST 1982 podcast. If you would like to pledge uno. Why do you say dollar? Uno peso? No, that ain't right. $1. Spanglish. $1. $1 to help us keep the lights on over here. That's 1982 podcast, and the website also est1982podcast.com. That's the website, and we are on every platform that you can get your podcast on. So that being said, hit us up with your opinions, your thoughts, your criticisms or complaints, as it were, regarding Black Adam, because like Rose said, we don't know when we're gonna get another DC movie. Flash, is that next?
Shazam.
Is it Shazam before Flash?
Right. It's like March, I think.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
That's interesting that we'll see the Wizards back to back before we see anybody else.
It is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. They doubling down on felons. We still gonna get Flash. Well, pushing all our chips in the middle of the table on the felon. America.
Yes.
But just let us know.
We will allow that.
Yeah, we'll allow it. If it make money.
Criminal behavior. Continue to make your money.
If it make dollars, it makes sense.
I've seen people get canceled for less.
That's correct.
All right.
It's all right. Ain't about race. It's about money.
Okay.
Until next time, people.
Okay.
We'll holler at you.